10 comparisons using what 3 things? Tell me again.
Color, touch, and sight words.
Color, touch, and sight. Okay, go.
Thanks, sir.
Quietly, by yourself, no talking. Okay, look at your box number 2, and what does the warning say? Can someone tell me? Avoid cliches. What's a cliche? Anyone knows? Yeah. Okay, an overused word or phrase, okay? Then you say like, her eyes were as blue as the sea. You don't want to use that because that's something everybody says, okay? It's not original, it's not interesting, it's boring, okay? So just make sure you avoid using things that people use a lot.
Don't use it. Like the soft and baby stuff. Like that.
Think of another soft thing.
What? Okay.
Okay, raise your hand if you have 10.
I have 5. I have 7.
Okay, without moving from your seat, I want you to turn to a partner, someone next to you, and I want you to share one. We're listening. Eyes up here. Okay, I want you to share one thing, okay? One descriptive characteristic of your animal. Both of you. And then I want you to give one, okay? So give one to your partner and share one of your own. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand? Raise your hand if you don't understand. Okay, go.
Thank you.
Why is skin like
Eagles aren't skin like and then he wears his hands off his feet.
Mine was in ginger with albino. Okay, so one for me.
Where's another? That was one we
Yeah, we're balanced.
Wait, but the action.
I need to.
White
Dolphins do not have hair. Dolphins are mammals. But even though these things, dolphins are mammals, you don't see the hair. They're like
Same with an elephant. So what can
golden is gold.
Oh, for you guys? I got one. Well, this is about my bunny. Because my bunny has What is up with white bunnies? They are lazy. They're like, go. You're like, go. You hit them in the butt. They're like, really? Mine just sits on, just like eating the grass. This is my lawnmower. I know. Okay. So yours is lazy. Anywhere to
What? As slow as it goes.
My buddy never goes around. I know.
Okay, I have you. Finished? 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's okay if you're not done. Okay, we're gonna do box number 3. Somebody tell me what's in box number 3. Okay. So action words describing what your animal does. Okay, my number 3 is up here in the top right. So what are some action words that I have in my box? Gobbles. What else? Yeah. Dashes. What else? Sneaks. What else? Leaps. Okay, so you want to describe what your animal does, either to survive or just what they do on what they would do from day to day. Okay? So you need 10 action words. And you have 2 minutes. Individually, not with a partner.
10 minutes?
2 minutes. Yeah, so you can write action words or you can write short phrases like what they do. Okay?
Eat, sleep, another word.
Okay, let's talk about this really quick. Everybody look at me. Pencils down. I want to hear them hit the desk. Okay.
Okay, so you mean like that.
Eat, sleep, walk, and run. You cannot use those words. Okay?
What about
You can't use sleep, you can't use eat, you can't use walks, runs, okay? None of those words. You have to think of another way to say it, okay? There are plenty of ways to say that an animal eats, sleeps, walks, or runs.
Why is it open? You said you're so skinny.
What are those for?
Not for you.
I don't know what it does. It does everything that you said.
But there are other ways to say it. You don't have to say eat. You can say he chomps, he chews,
Slobbers.
slobbers. You could say. 1 minute. Okay, I shouldn't hear any talking. You should be doing it by yourself. All alone. Hey, I should not hear talking. Okay, raise your hand if you have 10 words. Okay, so with your same partner, you're going to check each other's list. If you see eat, sleep, walk, or run, you have to erase it and think of a different word, okay? You have 2 minutes.
I got gobbled bananas. Farm trees. Leaves through bushes. We can walk and drink water. I just want banana
Okay, I'm here. 3, 2, 1. Are we done checking? Nobody should have eat, sleep, walk, or run on their list.
What about swords? What about drink?
That's fine.
Yes.
I said no eating, no sleeping, no walking, no running. So if those aren't on there, then you're good. Okay? Okay, box number 4. Who can tell me what's in box number 4?
Words.
Yeah.
What characteristics does the animal have with humans?
Okay, what characteristics does your animal have that are human-like? Someone give me an example. What does that mean?
Like an example of my animal?
Whatever you want.
Alright, so monkeys have hands and thumbs like we do.
Okay.
Rhinos have eyes.
They have eyes like humans, but what's a characteristic? Like, what do they do that could be human-like?
Push buttons. I don't know.
Charge, attack, walk. Okay, let's look at my list. Look at my box number 4. Okay, tell me, what are the words that I've circled? The top ones. What do they say? Tricky and what?
Sneaky.
Tricky and sneaky. Okay, if I look at a fox, how do I know that he's being tricky?
Just tell or
How How do I tell? Okay, so that's a human-like characteristic. I am assuming that the fox is being tricky and sneaky, okay? So I made him that way. I made him act that way, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna give another example. So, how can you tell, listening,
So I filed this.
how do you tell if an animal is smiling at you?
Yeah, I filed.
If it doesn't bite.
How do you tell? Okay, what if my dog, what? Their eyes. Okay, what else? You can see their teeth. Okay, but my dog, when I see her teeth, she goes like this. Do you think she's smiling?
Yes.
Do you think she's happy? Okay, you don't know. Okay, so that's a human-like characteristic that animals, we don't know if they're necessarily smiling or not smiling, okay? So that's an example. So you need 10 of those human-like characteristics that your animal can have.
Is dumb one of them?
Oh, what's your animal?
A
Okay.
rhino.
Silently, individually, you have 2 minutes to write your characteristics, okay? By yourself, I shouldn't hear any talking. Guys, by yourself. And we'll work together after this. Okay, raise your hand if you have 10 words.
I have no
Okay, so with your partner, same partner you've had, you share your characteristics, and then you need to give at least one to your partner. Give them an idea for a characteristic for their animal, okay?
I sneak.
Humans and turtles are both
Yeah, fine.
My buddy did. My buddy just always went just
Are they smart? I think they're.
yeah, and then get a teacher. Especially when I have a buddy. And then when the thing is, it just sit in the back of the page. I get it. Reference to it. My buddy did like if I were yours, so I made my sister just there, kind of there, like over there, and I did like grab it, like
Yeah.
it's not supposed to throw it, but Yesterday.
What do you have?
These are talents.
Airplane, helicopter,
I think they would smile. Pretty happy. And they get curious, like Curious George.
Okay, eyes on me. 3, 2, 1, in your chairs. Okay, who has 10 words now? Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is the next thing you're gonna do is you're going to find your best descriptive words or your favorite words, ones that you think are the most interesting, the best ones to use in your writing, and you're gonna circle them, okay? So you have 1 minute to circle all your best favorite words in all the boxes.
We don't even need.
As many as you want. Just circle your best words. So if all your words are your best words, then you can circle all of them.
Which one? All boxes.
All the boxes. You have 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Now, okay, I need someone to read. I need someone to read the first line of this purple side right here. Yeah. Okay, deep in the woodsy wasteland. So this is my very first sentence of the poem that I wrote, okay? First draft, first sentence. So, where did I get the word woodsy? Yeah.
from the first box.
From box number 1. Okay, so I did it this way just because it was easiest for me to pick the first word that I circled and then write a sentence about it. Okay? So, in 10 seconds, I need you to have out a blank sheet of loose leaf paper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25.
I don't.
1. Okay, all I want is a piece of paper and your yellow sheet on the desk and a pencil. Put everything else back under your desk. So your binders and your books back under. Okay, so you're going to write the first line of your animal poem. So, you pick one of your best words, make a sentence around it. It doesn't have to be about their habitat. It can be a characteristic. It can be about their appearance. It can be an action word.
You have to write it like in one big line, or you can like stack it.
You can stack it however you want, and they don't have to be complete sentences. So you can just write a phrase. So like mine just says deep in the woodsy wasteland, not a complete sentence.
Maybe two.
You can use as many of your best words if you want in that first line or first phrase. You don't have to just use one.
how big does it have to be?
The poem is gonna eventually be 10 lines, okay? But you don't have to write all of them right now.
So can you use 1, 2, 3?
So you can use more than one of your words. So if you want to say, in the deep, dark, scary, green, fat jungle, you can say that.
Can you write the rest, or do you have to?
You can write as much as you want. So we're just getting started with the first line. If you want to keep writing, if you have an idea, go for it.
There's-
Okay, who wants to share their first line? Yeah. Down by the sandy shore. Okay. What else?
At the edge of the final frontier.
The edge of the final frontier. Okay, inhabiting you said? Okay, good. So, did everybody hear that? Will you read it again for me?
Inhabiting the grassy blue African savanna.
Okay, inhabiting. Read it again. Grassy blue African savanna. Okay, so not a complete sentence, but a really good start. Okay. So this is what you guys are going to work on for the rest of the time. I want you to take your best words and your favorite words and turn them into lines for your poem. Okay. And this is going to be your first draft.
Spaces, like, but,
So it's a poem?
It is going to be a poem. However, it does not have to rhyme, okay? In fact, we don't want this poem to rhyme, okay? So try not to pick rhyming words.
okay, I'm sorry, I don't get it. So, do you write it like this, or during the sentences?
Okay, so poems. So mine is 2 You can make it up, it doesn't have to be real, it doesn't have to be serious, it can be funny. It doesn't have to be written like a story either. If you just want to talk about the animal, you can do that. If you want to talk about one thing that they might have done, you can do that. It doesn't have to be a story. Remember, you don't need to write it in complete sentences. It can just be phrases.
We actually say whatever it is.
You can say what it is, or if you don't want to, you don't have to.